I have an opinion on something, and most people will see it as controversial, as really, you know, um, demeaning. But I'll say this. I'm first of all, I got to preface by saying this that I'm one of those people that truly believe in the whole invest in yourself thing. The best investment you can ever make is investing in yourself. But I have a problem when people consider, going to therapy as investment for themselves. For anybody who knows me knows this. I I have a problem with therapy overall. Now, there's a caveat to it. If it's not physical therapy, therapy to me is just it's a waste of money, waste of time, waste of resources, waste of just valuable time because I don't quite understand. And first of all, I got to say this. If I know you, you know me, and you are somebody who goes to therapy, whether it's well, physical therapy is a caveat. I don't care if it's therapy because you got some kind of stuff going on in your head or whatever it is. I lose immediate respect for you. I don't respect anybody who goes to therapy, and I just that's how I see it. I don't like how do you. I don't understand how, as an adult, you take yourself and go sit in front of a stranger, and I'm just picturing the prototypical, laying on the couch. And I know they don't always do that, but for some reason, that's the thing that sticks in my mind. And you sit there and you're talking to a stranger about your problems, a stranger who probably does not even understand your problems to begin with. They don't know anything about your background. They're just going to sit there and listen and probably give you some advice that is not even going to work or based on what they think, simply because they went through some course or school or whatever you want to call it. I call it some course, and they got a piece of paper and they call themselves a therapist. That is to me one of the biggest scams in modern workforce, if you will. I know it's been around for a long time, but it is such a waste of money. The same goes for like marriage counselors and stuff. And I just need somebody to help me understand this because I had this debate one time with a friend, and it was friends mixed with coworkers or whatnot. And I always said this: people who go pay for therapy, you are better served to find. And I understand people go through stuff, right? I understand maybe you're going through a period in your life where maybe it's whatever it is, whether it's marriage issues or maybe you have your own personal, call it anxiety, whatever you want to call it, right? All that list of crap that comes with it. And I always believe that you're better served speaking to someone who's been through the same thing that you've been through. So let's say, for example, you went through a divorce or you went through some emotional, you know, situation, whatever it is, right? I think you're better served by calling someone in your family or a friend if you don't want to be judged, right? You don't have to talk to a family or friend. There are people you can reach out to someone anonymously or somebody that you don't even know. That way, they're not going to judge you. They don't know your history or whatever it is. And just talk to them, somebody who's been through the same thing. Most of the time, I truly believe that you are going to get a better response, a better result, a better advice, or a better, you know, you want to call it mentorship or whatever, better guidance from somebody who's actually been through the same thing that you're going through, because then they can share their personal story. Because I don't understand, you go waste, I don't know, what is it, $100, $200 an hour, or whatever the number is. It could be, I don't care if it's $10 an hour or $5 an hour. It's not worth the spend. You're gonna sit there and have some stranger listens to your stuff. I mean, I don't get it. People are just, like I said, I have complete no respect. I have zero respect for anybody who does therapy. I'm sorry. If you know me and you go to therapy, I'm sorry. As soon as I find out, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop talking to you. I just have zero respect for you because seriously, what are you going there for? Like, you just go sit there and talk to somebody. I mean, really, I don't get it. I don't get it. To me, that's just a waste of money. You can take that money and do something better with it. Like, just grow up. Grow up and find something else to waste that money on. And I see therapy to me as again, like I said, Physical therapy is different. If you had an accident or some injury and you got to go through rehab, that's a different thing because the results is evident. You can see that, okay, maybe I couldn't walk better now, I can walk better, whatever it is. Maybe my posture is getting better, all that stuff. Yeah, I respect that part of it. But to go just talk to a complete stranger about, oh, I'm going through this period in my life. Oh, maybe my girlfriend left me, or maybe work is too stressful, my mental health, man, screw all that stuff. Like, go get a grip or something. Grab a book on stoicism and read it. Go read a book or something, or talk to somebody who's going through, another stressful moment or whatever you want to call it, and get your results from there. Like, I don't, and I've had a few fights with therapists on this, a few therapists that I know, whether they're just casual or maybe like acquaintances or friends or whatever. And we've gone back and forth on this. They've tried to give me all this whole crappy examples and crappy situations and tell me all the stories about, oh, how it helped this person, helped that person. To me, that's just a placebo thing, because the same way if I'm going through a relationship issue or whatever it is, and I talk to somebody who's been through the same thing, I'm gonna leave with the same feeling. I don't need to. And this person, if I talk to somebody who's been through what I'm going through, I I'm gonna get real advice, because they will tell me how they dealt with their situation. There's a reason why when athletes get hurt, they call other athletes who've been through similar injury and say, "Hey, I tore my Achilles. You tore your Achilles once. Hey, how did you recover from it? How did that help you?" You think they're gonna go sit there in front of a therapist and talk to somebody who's never even probably played any sports, or is just gonna like just reference a book and just tell you, "Oh, this is the material that I read in college. There's this research that said, oh, people who go through this injury go through blah blah blah." All that crap. Seriously, they go talk to other athletes. There's a reason for that. That should be a playbook for everybody who's thinking about therapy. Go talk to someone who's been through the same thing. You don't want to talk to a family member or a friend because you don't want them to judge you. Talk to a stranger. And the stranger, I'm not talking about therapy. I'm talking, there are people out there who are not therapists, people who actually have been through what you've been through. If you reach out to someone and say, hey, you know, or maybe even talk to, have someone connect you with somebody, because people know people, right? Reach out to them and say, hey, look, this person told me to reach out to you, whatever, because, you know, once upon a time you went through this and I'm going through the same thing. How did you navigate it? How did you get your mindset right to go through that? They are going to give you steps based on what they did, how they went about it, not based on some crappy material that you read in college that maybe does not even apply. Maybe it's a particular material that you've given to 20 other people who have different situations, different backgrounds, and you expect that to be, because it's a template. You use that template across every client, and now all of a sudden you think there's success. When people talk to other people about certain things, they feel better. And that's what therapy is all about. You go talk to somebody and they feel better. But then again, when you feel better, does that really solve the problem? Because if you really solve the problem, how come you go to therapy for a year? There are people who go for a year and a half, 2 years. Seriously, I don't know of any, unless you have a terminal illness. I don't know of anybody who goes through treatment for 2 years for anything. Now, and I'm talking terminal illness like cancer or something where, you got to go through the process. I get all that. But I don't know of anybody who's sick and went through treatment for like consistent treatment for a year and 2 years. There are people who go to therapy for that long. If it was working so much, how come you keep going through that same process month after month, week after week? I- I- it's just a load of crap. Like I said, I have zero respect for you. Like, I can't even trust you. I can't trust you because you got me, like, zero trust for you. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it. I have zero trust for you. If I ever trusted you and I find out you go to therapy for some crappy stuff, like, I can't trust you anymore. Like, because, like, you're just gonna fold on me. I can't. I just can't do it. And it's embarrassing to me. Like, it's embarrassing.